going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Christopher Manyweather. This is Deadstock Barbershop, and on this channel the goal is to provide you with the most detailed haircutting education this platform has to offer. If learning and growing as fast as you can is something you'd be interested in, make sure that you start by liking this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notification bell so that you're notified every time that I drop a video. So my guy Matthew here is one of those long-term customers. Like, I've been cutting his hair for years, and he always has had like an irregular haircutting schedule. It's always once a month or once every 2 months, something like that. So it's always a makeover whenever he comes back to the shop. So right here I have my Andis Masters with a number 2 purple guard double magnet. I do not like the single magnet one. It didn't cut the same, but I'm cutting with the grain. As you can see, the waves are an indicator in which direction I should actually cut his hair. So I saved the crown for last, as well as that front area, because these are two areas I want to pay close attention to. I'm just taking my time in the front, smoothing it out, because I want to survey to see how much thinning has happened since his last haircut. I got my trimmer setting in my guideline. You can use whatever you want to set in your guideline. I actually changed my mind right here, as you can see, and wanted to give him more of a arch to that initial guideline. And I'm going to follow that exact shape when I use my Babyless clippers right here. So they're all the way open. When I say all the way open, I'm talking about the length at which these clippers will cut. They will cut at the longest length they can possibly cut without a guard on them. So now I've closed it up halfway, and I'm going to go almost to that top line that I just created, but I will not go all the way up. And then we're going to close them up a quarter of the way, then closed all the way. For those of you guys who don't really like to read, these are the Babyless Red FX clippers. I always put it in my videos what I'm using, but it never fails that I get the comments that say, hey, what clippers were you using? Oh, what were those trimmers? Even though it's always in the video. So this one's for you guys. So close all the way now. And as you can see, that line is out of there. And it's a wider area back here for him. So I'm doing it in half. So I did the left side and then the right side. Now I'm going up again with the Andis Masters now all the way open. The reason I switched clippers right now is because these have a longer cutting range. The Masters all the way open is longer than my walls or my Babyless clippers all the way open. So I get that question a lot. People are like, okay, how did that work right there? Why did that not cause some kind of other line or something? So what you just saw me doing, I worked my way down after that to blend in the two lengths. This is my number 1 closed all the way. Once again, double magnetic purple guards. And I'm setting in another guideline. Each of these guidelines, I like to do stretch fades and stretch blends. I don't do a whole lot of compressed looks unless someone asks me for it. So my guidelines are always going to be 1 inch to ½ an inch wide. I'm just making sure that it's even. They're open all the way now, and I'm blending it in. As you can see, that one open does a great job of blending into that number 2 close. Now this is my 0 guard. This is the most sought after guard. They don't make these anymore for some weird reason, and everybody wants them. Someone tried to offer me a lot of money for this guard. So I started off halfway, then I'll go quarter, then I go close. Once I close it up, if I can't get the line out, then I'll open the clippers all the way up again, and then I'll begin to take that line out with them all the way open. You can always take out a line with whatever you put it in there with. So now I'm going to give him a low ball taper, and I'm going to give him an arch, the same arcing shape that I did in the back. I'm doing it on the sides as well. And we're going to follow the same exact steps. It does not change. It's just a smaller area. So the guideline is about 1/2 inch wide. So apparently I did switch up right here. They're closed all the way first, and I just started knocking out at that line, and then a quarter of the way, then halfway. So it's the same exact thing. It's just the steps are out of order. So instead of going open, halfway, quarter, close, I went open, close, quarter, halfway. So here's my masters all the way open. Right now I'm using more of the corners of the blade because I don't want to raise this fade up too much. I see a lot of people attempt to do this kind of haircut and they just take out that whole C cup. Like they blow it all out and then they fill it in with enhancements when they really could have just left it dark by using the corners of their blade and maneuvering it around that way. So this is my number 2, closed all the way once again. Now my number 1 closed. And I'll start to bump that line out and I'll open it up as I go higher. Now it's about quarter, then halfway. And what I'm doing, I'm just going in between the 2 lengths. So halfway, quarter, close. Now I'm just using the corner of my blade. I was able to skip the 0 guard by using just the corners of the blade. Now closed it back up for detail. Now we switch to this side. All the way open once again. And now we'll see which way I actually did it. So I went with the same method, closed it all the way, then quarter of the way, halfway. And then we're done with those clippers. We'll switch to the Andis Masters. I can actually do this haircut with just 1 pair of clippers, but this is the way I choose to cut hair. Right now, instead of switching to the masters, I'd be using like a number 1, and then I'll go and clean that line up with the half guard. So here we are with the number 2 again. And we're just debulking the area. We don't want to take the fade up too high. Like I said, we want the C cup area to have a nice line to it. We want to keep it dark because he will not be getting any enhancements on his hair. Even though his hair is thinning, he's not a fan of enhancements. So we're going to keep it natural and we're just going to work the clippers to give us that look that we want. So right here, I actually pulled out the 0 guard on this side. It's doing the same job I was doing on the other side, but on the other side, I use more corners. So I was able to skip that guard, but this way I can show you guys both ways. So as you can see, his hair is thinning and receding. One side is higher than the other. So I'm showing you right here is what I call a professional pushback. We're not going to follow that shape. Do not be afraid to take off some hair. It's just like mowing a lawn. You gotta come and shape that stuff up. Something has to come off. You know, it's usually the newer barbers that are afraid to take off some hair. But the difference is for the pros, we know where to take it. I'm not gonna take off anything unnecessary. I'm trying to give them a straight line, but I'm not gonna be excessive with how far back I go. So as you can see, it's still light up there in those corners. I'm not gonna follow the shape of his hairline. And I'm just working my way left and right repeatedly, not pushing too hard. So right now, as you can see, I have my clippers. They're not straight up and down. They're angled so that I can point that left. That line will go up diagonally. When you look at him from the front, it shouldn't look like it's leaning towards you. If you just make it straight up and down, it's gonna look like it's leaning towards you. So you have to lean the line back a little bit. So I started at the top of the C cup, put that curve in there a little bit, and then I'm meeting it at the bottom, and we're just drawing it all in. Since we already done tapered the back, straight edge up mode. As you can see, I'm using the corners and I'm actually detailing behind the ear. All of this it goes into making a complete and beautiful haircut. It's a nice curvature and it's detailed out. Like those lines are sharp and they're precise. And I'm gonna make sure that I'm taking the time to make it look like that. It's an intentional thing. I remember starting off cutting hair, I used to I wouldn't even really line up behind the ears that much. And I grew and I learned a lot. So some of the hair is actually sticking out and was a little longer. So that's why you saw me cut it down with the clippers. So as you can see, there's a slight angle that I'm putting that edge up in there. Making sure it connects with the front line. And now we're going to the C cup. And I'm just drawing it in there, sliding my trimmers. Once again, these are the Babyless Red FX trimmers for those of you who refuse to read. And now we'll go behind the ear. As you can see, I'm prepping it by brushing it down. I don't want that hair sticking up. Starting at the top, drawing a nice line in there, just following the curvature. Now I'll put the rest of that line in there. So what I want you guys to notice is that towards the bottom of that line I just created, you can see the taper really well because I gave it that arcing shape. So that's why I put the arch in there in that initial guideline. And what you just saw me do was just go over it again. I brushed it down. I could see little hair sticking out and I'm just detailing it. I don't want it to look crazy. So now I'm going through and showing my ashy elbow. And just trying to knock down some of the loose hairs. I'm not getting every hair. I'm sorry. I see everybody throwing do-rags and mousse on everybody. I don't have time to do that for every client. So I'm just gonna knock down some of the hair old school, simple way. Some of those, as someone called it, roach legs up there. But I'm not looking to get every single one of them. He'll throw a do-rag on later and lay all that stuff down and it'll look like there was nothing up there ever. So just to show you guys just a complete service, I went through and edged up his mustache and did his beard. If you were to book this service with me, this is a $50 service and it's 45 minutes long. If he just wanted a haircut only, that's 30 minutes at $40 currently. So when I'm edging him up, what I'm looking for, I'm looking for symmetry. I'm looking for shapes. So I know that this is it's rounded. Someone called it a football before, but it's rounded. I'll start it off kind of like a triangle, but then I'll round out the top and then I'll round out the bottom, you know, start off with like a straight line underneath and then I'll just round it out and I'll make sure that both sides look the same. That's how I get my symmetry. Right now, I'm just cleaning him up with the razor. Like I said, there's no enhancements. This is the end of the service. There was no like spray put in his hair, no holding spray or anything like that. This is just a dry razor shave. And just in case you guys forgot what he looked like, here is the before. You see my boy is rough. And here's the after. Thank you guys so much for watching my content. Thank you for sticking around to the end of this video. I hope that you guys learned something. If you have any questions, any comments, any concerns, if you hated this video, let me know everything. Put it all in the comments section below, or like it or thumbs down it, whatever you want to do. I will respond to every comment. I promise you guys. Thank you so much for watching once again. This is Christopher Manyweather. God bless.